Hello, hello. Just gonna wait a few minutes, see who we got popping on, because I just started the meeting or the event or our coffee chat. I don't know what you want to call it. We're gonna call it coffee chat tonight because we're gonna do things just a little bit differently.
But she didn't bring me coffee.
I didn't bring her coffee, but she brought her water, and I didn't bring my water, so this is gonna be a dry run, let me tell you. So we're just gonna wait a little bit until some people get popped on here. There, we got somebody doing a thumbs up. That's a good thing. Courtney. Hi, Courtney. Hey, Deborah. Hey, guys. I hope you can see me okay, and that you can hi, and that my video connection says it's a little weak, so I'm hoping that's gonna change here pretty quick and we got a better connection for you. So I'm just gonna wait a little bit longer, but we got Courtney and Deborah on. We did have a third person on there, but that looks like maybe we lost them. So
I had an idea just now. What if we just everybody type in the comments where you are calling or where you're watching from?
Hi, Nikki. Yeah, tell us where you're from. Put it up there. Give it to us. And then we like lots of hearts, and we like lots of thumbs up. We have 5 on here already, so please go ahead and comment where you're from, because we could have the possibility of having people from all over the world on here tonight watching. It's like morning in some places.
Right. Last week we had some guests from Australia joining us, so that was pretty awesome.
There's Mindy, she's on. I hope you're not driving and watching, Mindy. That worries me. Hint, hint. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to do things a little bit differently. There's Deborah, Loveland, Colorado. I love Loveland.
It's a beautiful place.
It's a beautiful place. We love that. But we are pretty excited about changing up this event a little bit tonight. And, Julianne, hey guys from Texas. Hey, Lisa. I'm glad Lisa joined us. Hey, gal. Wow, cool. It is so good to hear all you guys. So we're here in Greeley, Colorado, and we are sitting at Amber from Florence. Yay, Nikki from Nunn. We're sitting in a park enjoying the weather. We got cloud cover. I think it's probably 87, 85 degrees, do you think?
Yeah, it's probably more like 85, yeah.
So sorry, Julianne down in Texas. I know you guys are a lot hotter than that. Yeah. Hey, Marcy. Oh my gosh, Marcy's on. We're gonna call her MB. She's on. That's crazy. It's good to see you guys. All right. So what we're going to talk about tonight is, first of all, we have a whole health system. So we're all about becoming healthy from the inside out. And a lot of us come onto the system because of weight loss. I like the thumbs up and the hearts, thank you. But this program has become so much more to all of us, and especially, my team members and the people that we coach, and that's our passion. We love to mentor. We love to build relationships, so that, once we have people start on the product, they do lose the weight, or maybe they just want to get stronger and healthier to climb those 14s, right?
Right.
The 14ers.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. So, it's all about our lifestyle. So what we're going to talk about tonight, I'm going to be asking Katy some questions. Mindy was unable to make it here, so we're going to torture her another time. Be ready, girlfriend. So we're going to be talking about what the Singular products have done for us, and about living life fully and living life every single moment, because that is so important, is living life every single moment. I'm going to keep watching those cars going behind us like that was a really nice car. What do you think?
I didn't notice it. I was watching you talking, actually.
If it's a hot rod, I'll be like, oh, I gotta go get a ride. So, okay. So hopefully you guys can hear us. Okay. So, She's going to move a little closer.
There we go.
Here we go. So, Katy,
Yes,
this is
Roxy.
all about you right now.
It's all about me. Isn't it always all about me?
It is.
No, it's not.
I'll tell you. Tell us what your life was like before Singular.
Okay, you told me we were going to ask that question, but so I started the Singular products. It's been almost 2 years ago now, and when I started, man, I was all about food. I was all about eating to make myself feel better, eating to fill any kind of void or boredom or low spot in the day. And it just got to be, that was a loud car, it just got to the point where I even hid food, and I would eat like under the table. I was a closet eater, and it really was very obvious and started showing. I would even hide chocolates from my husband so that he didn't know how much I actually ate. And even still to this day, I still have to be careful with the sugar and sweets. Like, I can't have a little bit, because a little bit turns into a lot of it. So, those are things where, like, those are addictions. And unfortunately, that's something that I struggled with before I started. I was also very tired, didn't have a lot of energy. So I don't know how long. Sorry. Yes. So I was a mess. I was a mess before I started Singular.
So, like, this is about being real, and I asked Katy to be we are on a park bench, or we're on a
picnic table
that wants to buck me off. So those of you in rodeo, you get the hint. So if we go falling backwards, don't laugh too hard, okay? But no, I asked Katy to be very, very transparent and very real, because that's something that speaks to a lot of people, because there's other people that are going through the same things that she went through, and she can coach people through that. And I think that's really, really important. So tell me about your family life and your job before you started Singular.
So I was a teacher. I am a teacher. I still teach, just in a different kind of light. And I taught English as a second language, English language development at my school. I was on leadership, had a really great position at, had a lot of people, I feel like, that were not look up to me. What's the word? Like, depended on me. And I put myself in that position. I got involved in lots of things. And so I would go to school. I would wake up in the morning before my kids were up, and most of the time I left before they got up in the morning. And then I would get home at night, because I would do after school program, and then I would do, whatever other kind of program that could be done after school. I would do it, and I just got my hands involved in everything. And so a lot of times I got home before, after especially my little baby, she was 1 at the time, before she, after she went to sleep. So I remember stretches of days that I didn't even see her at all. So, it was work. There wasn't really a lot of family life. It was work, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. And how old are your children now?
Evie just turned 3 last month, and Patrick is 6, be 7 very shortly, just in like 4 months. Crazy.
Okay. Awesome. Just a beautiful family. Okay, so Katy, share with us, when you started Singular, share with us that mental, where you were at mentally, when Kelly shared with you and sent you an email because she reached out to you and said, I got something pretty fantastic. I want you to take a look at it. And you don't see Kelly all that often.
I haven't seen Kelly in years and years.
Right.
Yes, right. So when I got an email from Kelly, who is the person that I actually signed up with, and Kelly just sent, I really honestly think it was a bulk email to a lot of different people. And it just happened to be exactly what I needed to hear, because all she did was tell her story, what had happened with her using these products. And I thought, that sounds like something I need. And at that time, I was traveling back and forth between Colorado and Texas because my mom was sick and dying of cancer. And I was watching her and everything she went through and kind of reflecting back on her life. And, we always were a pretty healthy family, I always thought. My mom never drank, really. She never smoked. She never did drugs. None of those things where you think of, oh, this person leads an unhealthy lifestyle. And so, but, same, still, she got cancer. And reflecting back, we always had, white flour, white sugar, cookies, snacks, and things that were just not nutritionally filling. And I think that just, it says the connection speaks, so I hope you guys can hear me. But those kinds of things, I started thinking, you know what, I've got to do better for myself so I can be better for my kids and for my family. So that's kind of the mindset I was in at that time. And really, if I would have gotten that email 2 months prior, I wouldn't have been ready. But I was ready right then, and I only had to hear it once, and I was like, let's go. Let's do this.
And I think that's what is so important. That's what I love about my team and so many people that use Singular and share. It's a passion to them. And what is important is that we don't target people. What we do is we share what our heart is, and people like Katy at that time was ready, and she knew that this was the system that she needed to be on, so that she can become healthier, to become a better mama, to become a better wife, a better friend. And I love that we do rely on that, but we have to open those doors to share.
Right.
So tell me about when you started the 8-day metabolism reset, which is what we want everyone to do. And because we're going to be taking the sugars and the carbohydrates out of your body and resetting that metabolism so that it can operate properly. So tell me about your first 8-day.
I'm just going to tell you that. Okay, so the box got to my house when I was in Texas. So it got there the day I left. And so I didn't even start right away. But as soon as I got home, because my mom passed away then, but as soon as I got home and I opened up that box and I went, crap, there's a meal plan. I have to watch what I'm eating.
Get the chocolates out of the drawer.
I better start changing some things around here. And I was really, because honestly, I just knew whatever it was, I needed it. I didn't really know what it was that was coming in the mail. So, anyway, I said, you know what? I made this investment in my health, and I'm doing this for me, and I'm doing it for my family. So whatever it is, I'm going to do it. And I followed it to the T, that first 8 days, and I was absolutely surprised at how much I did not want to eat. It says eat here. I'm like, I don't want to eat.
I don't want to eat it.
No. I don't want to eat. So, the plan was really easy to follow. The supplements were amazing. Just after even a couple days, I noticed I had energy to come home and be with my kids and family and still be nice. Not just want to put them to bed and say, leave me alone. That's not what, so it was absolutely amazing. And then the other thing that was super surprising for me was how much I did not crave the sugars and the white flour. So that first 8-day really helped me out, and I actually lost 12 pounds that first 8 days. I was that toxic.
I like that comment, Deborah. This program is for people who have health issues that affect weight gain and weight loss. We all have our reasons for poor health, whether it's hereditary or not, and that is so true. That is so true. So continuing on with Katy, because I think this is really important for everyone to understand where we're coming from once we started Singular, how our lives have changed, and then our future, what our future looks like using the supplements and even earning an income for this. So tell us a little bit more about your journey, your health and your weight loss and overall mood. After you started Singular.
Okay, good, because I don't want to talk about before. So when after the first 8 days, of course, I went on. I'm like, all right, what's next? I started on the post-Ignite plan, and I lost 20 pounds in my first month. I even actually won an Ignite kit.
She did.
I did. Because there was some kind of crazy challenge going on that month that they sent me like, hey, check this out. Why don't you email your stuff and enter this contest? I'm like,
she did.
All right.
She was coachable. She's like, okay.
So I just sent them what they asked for, and thought, okay, now I have people holding me accountable. So, which is really a plus about this program. And then, I don't know how long into it, maybe a month or maybe 2, I was having a conversation with my husband after work one day, and he gave me some constructive criticism. And I have never been good at handling constructive criticism. And he told me, I don't even remember what it was, and I thought about it a minute, and I went, you're probably right. And he went, where's my wife? Because he was taken aback by it, because he was used to me fighting back and coming back with my opinion and all that. So, not that I never do that now, but it was something, it's just easier to be able to, keep the stress level down so you can be able to be present in your family's life and actually think rationally, really.
Mm-hmm. So, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So what does your future look like with Singular and using the supplements? What are you forecasting or dreaming or imagining or speaking into, what's going to happen? What are your thoughts?
Well, I've already been using the supplements. It'll be 2 years next month. And I don't see my family, myself or my family ever not using them, because we feel so good when we are on them. We've not been to the doctor for sicknesses. We might have had a sniffle here or there, but nothing that our body hasn't been able to attack and get rid of in 24 hours by itself without antibiotics and all that stuff. So, it's been such a great blessing. Not only that, but even, I had my son, who's I said was 6, I had him on antihistamines like Claritin and other things to be able to control his allergies when the seasons change, and in the spring when they're cutting the grass and hay and stuff. He hasn't had to use that since we started. And keeping chemicals and medications out of my kid's body whenever possible, of course. So, and then, of course I started sharing. At first, I thought, no, I'm not telling anybody what I'm doing. I told Roxy that. She said, hey, you speak Spanish. You could tell people about this. And I'm like, I don't think so. Thanks, though. But you know what? You feel so good when you're on this that people notice a difference in you. And even if they don't notice, you want to tell them anyways because you feel so good. And so I started telling people, and people were like, yeah, I want that too. I want whatever you have. And Deborah, who's commenting here, when she was one of my first customers, my first members. So, we've been in this together for almost 2 years together. So, it's a lifestyle. It's a long-term thing. Not that you have to use everything all the time, but you'll find products that you don't want to live without because you feel that good. So, and I see myself with Singular and sharing and using the products for, I don't know, forever.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We're just being real, true, and blue right here. I love you, Katy. Yes, Deborah.
Love you, Debbie.
Look at those hearts. That's awesome. Cool. So, tell me about the coaching. What do you think about the company as a whole, the integrity, the coaching, the support, the product developer, Peter Griscom, the advisory board? Tell me what your thoughts are there, Katy.
That's a lot to say, but I'll pick some of them.
Okay.
That's another loud truck. That was a semi.
Yeah.
Okay. So the coaching is absolutely amazing. So not only do we have the Facebook support groups where you can post a question and get great answers, but you can also get recipe ideas there. People share their stories. You encourage each other. The accountability is amazing. But not only that, but you have your coach. Whoever signs you up, that's the person who's going to help you through your first 8 days. But you don't just have them. You have a whole line of people there whenever you need them. So the coaching is absolutely amazing, and the support system. Now, one of the things that I have actually found with Singular is a family. You know, as I mentioned, my mom passed away the day before I started this program. And, you know, my family's always been really tight and, you know, really, we talk to each other frequently. But at the same time, I still felt like when my mom passed, there was something that just was missing. I have often thought of where would I be without my Singular family right now. I don't even know. Because, I mean, my mom was someone that she used to be the only person I would ever call. The only person. I would call her every single day, at least once a day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. But she was the only person I would call, really. And now I have a whole gamut of people that, you know, if I need something, if I'm having a down day, I can call and get encouragement. You know, it's just an amazing support system. Now for the company. The company, so full of integrity. When you go and you meet these people, you start making, so you share a lot, you tell a lot of people, and you start making these ranks. And when you get to a rank called Gold Manager, they send you to Sundance, which is a really beautiful place, and you get to meet all of our corporate people for the first time. For some of us, it's the first time. And you really get to see the heart and the vision of Singular and where they want to go and where they've come from. And really, one of the founders, Rudy Revac, this just came to my mind. Yeah. Rudy Revac, he's more than 50% shareholder of our company, and he has been in so many network marketing companies. I mean, the man doesn't even have a high school education. Yeah. I think he got his GED finally, but he doesn't even have a high school education. But he is help me out. He's the immigrant son of a chicken farmer.
Yeah, German. From Germany.
Yeah. So I mean,
he came to America at age 5.
Yeah. So I mean, he's somebody who has seen struggles in life, and he wanted to create a company that was going to help people get out of those struggles.
Yes.
So it's just an amazing. I just got goosebumps. It's just an amazing company that wants to see people succeed, and they're there to help us succeed. So, and Peter Griscom, genius.
He's a genius.
I did a call with him one time because I had a man with some health issues that I didn't know what to do with, and he had been through some similar things, and just the knowledge that just pours out of him is incredible. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
See, you know, we just did things a little bit different tonight. It's already 8:22. It's amazing how fast time flies. But I'm asking her to talk. I'm just asking her questions, and she's just sharing from her heart. This is real. This is not set up. She really didn't know what I was going to ask tonight. I just said we're doing things different, and she's like, okay, let's do it. So, hey, Janelle, welcome. So, you know, we don't want to keep it much over a half hour, but I do want to show you the products real quick. We're not going to talk about them individually. We're going to talk about them as a whole health system. And whoever invited you tonight, we ask you to go right back to them and just ask them more questions, because they're going to know you so much better than we are. All we want to do for you tonight is share real stories, share from our heart where we're coming from, where we came from, where we are, where we're going, that type of thing. So I'm going to turn this and talk to you a little bit. Hopefully I'll get the products on there, and hopefully I won't. Can they see the products?
Yeah, perfect.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So this is our product lineup, and again, I'm not going to go through everything, but what I am going to tell you, one of our favorite things to tell people is if you're going to make lasagna, and I come over to your house as a guest, and you have noodles and you have beef, like ground beef, can you make your lasagna that way? Will that taste really good just with noodles and hamburger? It's kind of the same thing with our whole health system. You know, some people, they can't even imagine. So we're about being real, and my phone decided to shut down, so we're going to open up a new one, a new video here, and you're all probably all on the other one, so I'm just going to continue on, and if y'all hop on, that's great. If not, you can watch it later. So here we go. Is that on the product?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so what I was talking about was having that lasagna and having all the ingredients, and that's truly how we feel about our whole health system here, the natural source system, is that we believe that every single product is needed for success, because our main goal is to get your body turned around immediately in that very first month, and that you get to try every single one of our products. That is so important. Now, the Prime and Shine that's up on top of the red box, that does not come in any of the kits, so that would be a superb, phenomenal addition, because that's going to help with hormones for the males and the females, and so that has been a great addition to our line. But just want you to know that our very first order that you set with us comes with a 30-day empty bottle money back guarantee. And so that's why we really encourage everyone to start with the Ultimate Transformation Kit, because you get all of the products and you add on the Prime and Shine, and you have that money back guarantee, and you get to try every single one of the products and to find out how it's going to work in your body. And I think that is so important, because you want to complete that lasagna casserole that you're making, so you want every single one of the ingredients. So we're not going to go over each and every one of the items tonight. We do want to kind of keep this short, and I know we're coming up on the half-hour mark. So I'm going to turn this back around, and then maybe next time, hey Courtney, welcome back. Next time we'll have somebody else ask the questions and really get into, you know, their emotional state before Singular and during, and then, you know, their lifestyle change moving forward. So Katy, do you have anything else that you want to share tonight?
I actually did think of something else that I wanted to share, and I hope that's all right with you guys. But, you know, I talked about a little bit of, you know, tonight's about being real, about being, you know, open, honest about how things are going. And I mentioned to you that before I started Singular, I had a really bad sugar and carb addiction. And, you know, over the holidays, I had some sugar and I couldn't stop. And I started, and, you know, it's, so I started making some poor choices with how I was eating and things like that, and I've gained about 20 pounds back. And you know what? We are all about being real. Not the products are something that support everything else that we do to our body. I was in the mind frame at that moment that, okay,
hey Marcy,
I'm taking the product, so I should be fine. I can eat whatever I want. And that's not the case. Everything we put in our body is important. Everything we do with our body is important. So, you know, back on track right now. We've got a great group and a great accountability group of people, getting lots of people back on track right now. And it's, you know, we're going to get that back up. We're going to climb those 14ers.
Yes,
and
we are.
We're going to be here to share with you how it's going. So.
Awesome. See, we're all about being transparent. You know, there was a time that Katy and I weren't transparent as much as we are now, but we, after coaching so many people, you know, we have to be, because this is real life. And this is the kind of coaching you're going to get, is that we're going to step right alongside of you, and we're going to coach you on your really bad days, and we're going to coach you and celebrate on your really good days. And, you know, we're just going to speak life into you. We're not going to beat you down, because, you know, it's just, things happen, man.
They do.
I mean, she's seen me go after ice cream, and I'm addicted to sugar, so we're all good.
But we hold each other accountable, and it's a group, it's a family, it's a It's a support system. So we're there for each other to help us when we're feeling our weaknesses.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Courtney and Marcy, thank you for joining us back. I'm sorry that my camera decided that it was going to get too hot and shut down on us. But that's what we have for tonight. And so it's a two-part video series, I guess you could call it. So I just encourage people, whoever invited you to this coffee break social tonight, that you get back with them. We got mosquitoes coming out. That you get back with them and have them answer your questions and set you up for your kind of coaching that you need in the products.
Yep. So thanks for joining us tonight, guys. And our connection looks like is weak, but you know what? We're super glad that you joined us, and you can go back and look at those videos again later. They'll be saved in there for you.
Yes,
so
they will.
have a wonderful evening. Have a blessed evening.
Blessings. Talk to you later.